Welcome back, everyone, to our Groundskeeper chat series. I am your host, Meg Kruger. I am coming live to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We are actually here as prep for the show is happening. So if you hear the beeps and the signage ruffling, I don't know what kind of sounds we're going to pick up here today. But we are recording off hours because we are joined by two very special elite guests that we could not possibly have while the show was running, because the crowds, the swarms of people that would be keeping me from them, it would just be too much. So I want to welcome Tyler Morris and Alex Principe. Did I say it correctly?
You did.
Oh,
Great.
my goodness. And these two, it's been a long time coming. Tyler and I have been friends for a few years, but every time we talk, somehow Alex comes up naturally, because now that I've met you in person, like it's only right that you come up every single time. So it's been a long time coming that we meet and that we get to sit down and chat. So I'm very excited to welcome you both to our first official podcast of the Fort Worth season.
Woohoo. Thanks for having us, Meg.
Well, thank you guys for coming. Good. We're going to get into many things today. I was telling Tyler this is his second hot seat of the day because he started the morning on the FIFA panel.
Yep.
And, they talked a lot about how the years of preparation that has been going into what you are going to accomplish this summer. And all the time, all the energy, all the hours, all the stress, I can assume. And you and I have always tossed around the idea of like, okay, we love hearing from Tyler's POV. That's great. Wonderful. Yay. Okay. Let's move on to the second part of it.
Right.
The people who are holding down the fort at home when somebody's trying to accomplish such a feat as what FIFA will be for our industry. So the next three sessions, really, I'm going to have three couples on. So it'll be Tyler and Alex to kick us off. Then we're going to have the Goatleys, Tyler and I's yearly therapy session.
Therapy session.
More accurately put. And then Nick McKenna and Holly McKenna are going to join me as well. So that we can kind of get that different POV, because it's really easy to be like, and we have so many people that do say like, oh, all my credit goes to the partner at home who's holding it down, or I don't even know how I could possibly have a partner with this schedule. Like there's a lot of different responses, but to have the partner POV on how do you, because really I'm sure at the end of next summer, it's not going to be like, wow, Tyler did this great thing. It's going to be like, you guys accomplished this great thing, because I'm sure you're picking up slack in areas that, are otherwise. And not to mention, you're in law school, correct?
Yeah. I was going to say, it's kind of a weird summer for us, like as a couple, because I'm graduating law school and now I'm working for Sis Pitches. I have another job outside of school and I'm teaching 2 classes at my law school. So like my schedule is down to the minute some days, and
She might be busier than me this summer.
I love
Tyler's is also down to the minute. So it's a lot of, I can't get this today. Can you get that? Or that sort of thing. So it's really about like balancing it and figuring it out and scheduling all those things. So I don't necessarily feel like I can't take that much credit for all of the stuff that goes on this summer, because I do feel like it is pretty equal throughout all of that thing, all of the parts.
Well, another gentleman I was talking to was Brad Finn last night, and he was telling me his wife is a flight attendant. And he was like, dude, I don't know how she does it. It's like a 10-hour shift here, 24 hours in a city, and then back. Like, it's just this, 48 hours where you have to be, like, on. And I was like, I really think that groundskeepers probably navigate or gravitate towards people that can understand, maybe not necessarily in the same industry, but can understand that, like, that push, that sprint, as we may call it, where it's like you just got to push through an event or a homestand or a big game, and then it's like we can come back to one another and regroup when it's time.
Yeah, I mean, like he's in San Francisco right now for the Super Bowl, and I think after this I won't see him for 3 weeks. Like, and that's
Wonderful.
Just kind of the normal progression of our relationship. A week here, he's gone. A week there. Like, I think he's home like a stupid number in February. I think like 10 days in February.
Yeah. That's hard. That's hard to navigate, I'm sure.
But again, like you said, Meg, it's the support system that you have, and it's not only that the first person that's home taking care of it, it's all of their people as well. It's all of my people, all her people that have turned into our people that are now that whole support system as well, right? Like fortunately, we live close to New Jersey, so we're close to home for Alex, and we're able to go, and she's able to venture off and be able to be at home and have a little bit of separation from the work. And like for me too, like I've gotten to a point where airports are a second home almost, maybe a third home. So like I can fly and I'll go wherever if that's what it takes to, spend time with family and spend 48 hours with them. And they're like, you're crazy. But I'm like, at the end of the day, if I have 48 hours to spend, I'd rather spend it around family, around that second and that third support system, because those are the people that'll help you get through that other remaining time.
And I can imagine it's a little bit of getting creative, like you said, like the 48 hours here or the 12 hours here, but also a nice little hack. You're now kind of having a side hustle in the industry. Tell us a little bit about that. I'm sure it's affording you some time together, a creative way to get that FaceTime.
Yeah, so I'm working for Sis Pitches, and I'm planning their road shows.
Very cool.
A little, what is it called? Like a
trade show?
No. A plug. I was plugging myself.
Oh, plugging. I love it. There you go. Mic dropping it.
Yeah, there you go. Words. But I'm planning 4 events. So one at MetLife Stadium, which is very helpful because I already know all of them. One at Kansas City, one in San Francisco, and one in Miami.
Very cool.
So I get to go to all those places and plan those events and get the speakers all ready and all of the giveaways and the itineraries and get people to sign up and come and
so cool.
And it's been a lot of fun.
Is that what your background's in?
So my mom and I actually own a party business. So it's been something that I've been doing forever. I started bartending when I was 18.
Events, like that's your bread and butter.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you understand those hours.
Yes. And like when I first started dating Tyler, like I was still bartending and it was like, maybe I don't want to be bartending till 3:30 in the morning because like we were living in Nashville and that's when bars closed there.
Yeah.
But definitely it's something that it feels like coming home a little bit. Like it's easy to like fall back into that role of
love it.
What kind of party are we doing? But it's not a party per se, but it's definitely the same kind of concept.
An activation, I think is what the cool kids are calling it.
Exactly.
Well, for anyone who doesn't know, who is Sis Pitches? Like, tell us a little bit about them. And I assume they have some, based on the sites you said, I assume they have some affiliation with FIFA in some way.
Yeah, so Sis Pitches as a whole has a lot of different kind of things that they do and have the potential to do. The part that we're really showcasing in the roadshows is their hybrid machine. So they basically, for a lack of a better term, very simple understanding, have a giant sewing machine that they bring to the fields, and they stitch artificial fibers into the natural grass to kind of create this hybrid. So FIFA has hybrid fields for the World Cup. So
very cool.
MetLife, we're going to watch them stitch at MetLife and at San Francisco and at Kansas City. We'll miss it in Miami because it'll be after the World Cup, but definitely is going to get to see and like touch and feel the machine and how the hybrid grass is different, and it's going to be really awesome. I'm really excited for it.
Really cool. Where can I sign up? Like that sounds really cool.
7768 right in the back.
Back right corner.
Just that big purple booth, you know?
I love it. No, I will definitely stop. That is actually like super intriguing. And I think that we have been trying to find creative ways to put this industry at the forefront of what's happening with FIFA. It's because awareness is how we're going to grow our industry. And without taking any praise or spotlight or anything away from the actual match, but really how do we get ourselves at the forefront? And stuff like that is how you do it. It's a moment where like somebody comes to an event like that and they're like, I never thought about this.
Right.
And I'm reaching out to like high schools and like I'm trying to get college kids to come be like, let's bring in the next generation of groundskeepers and let's show them that there's so much innovation happening and let's kind of see and push and get people involved.
Yes.
My whole thing is like I want to creatively show people things. And I don't want it to be just another road show. I want it to be something that's a little bit more laid back and kind of fun. I want it to be fun
and all those things. Well, and because Tyler knows this from listening to the Groundskeeper chat, I know it more than anybody from hosting it for the last 5 years. The turf origin stories, where like we find out how people got into this industry, there's never a blueprint for that. And so many of them are like, oh, it was this random Tuesday where I happened upon this random thing, and my entire world changed. Like, and I think you're among a different subset where it's like you got in very early, you had a plan in place, and really could be a testament to how you've accomplished so much and how young you are. But there are so many people and there's so many entry points for this industry. Like you said, high school, after college, where you're like, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this 4-year degree. How do I find a job? Post-military, post-retirement. Like, there's so many ways to be involved in this industry. Well, and I love that.
We talk about leaving that lasting legacy, right? Like, it's not about, I mean, it is about the World Cup, but it's not at the same token, right? The World Cup's going to come. It's going to be here in June and July, and then it's going to be gone. Yeah. Right? And it's not going to come. It hasn't been here since 1994 for the men's tournament. I don't think we've hosted a women's tournament in the U.S.
Not that I know of.
So, like, FIFA doesn't come around very often, so to take that advantage, but you're using it as a springboard, right? Yeah. You're using it as a way to show people, hey, if you're a soccer fan, which may not have always had very good representation in the sports world because they've kind of been off to the side a little bit. Yeah. It's all about being able to pull those people into, like, as a soccer fan, look, here's what you can do, right? And, like, for me, as we start hiring people and we start bringing match day staff and we bring interns in, you know, we're in a disadvantage to a point with our intern pool because we don't get to bring in turf-specific folks. Mm-hmm. But we do get to bring in people that have passion for the sport. And I think that that's the big thing for us is, like, some of our intern candidates that we've interviewed so far are people that just love soccer. Yep. Right? And, like, they may not know anything about grass, and most of them don't. And I say to them, listen, as long as you're okay with getting your hands dirty and getting in there and, like, don't mind helping, I'm going to bring you on because you have the passion for the sport. Yeah. And that goes a long way, and I think that builds that lasting legacy even more because it gives people an opportunity to do something they love and be a part of it and be right on the ground. And I think that that's a lot of what Alex is trying to do with her work is bring those people in, build that lasting legacy. And it's not even really about what Sis is doing for the World Cup. It's more about what they can do for the U.S. as a whole to keep advancing what the World Cup has brought. Yes. And that's awareness of sport. So very cool. I think that that's the biggest thing from a staffing, from a people standpoint, and we talked about it a little bit this morning, is just that legacy is so important.
And the lasting impact, for sure. Very cool. Okay, so then how does law school fit into all that?
So law school is, for lack of a better term, like a side quest, I guess, for me. I have no desire to practice law. I've never had any desire to practice law. I would love to eventually teach in undergrad.
Okay, very cool.
I think that's kind of my end goal at some point in life is to get to be able to be in a classroom. I don't think I would be where I am today if I didn't have certain teachers backing me. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I just think like it's this past summer I taught 8th graders going into 9th graders criminal law, like from inner city Queens. And I had one kid look at me and be like, I have never had anyone besides you tell me that like they're proud of me and I don't know what to do with that. And I was like,
oh, that's really
my
sweet.
Gosh. Yeah. Like, it's just kind of one of those things that I found it by accident. I fell into it and it clicked and that's the goal. But law school, I don't know, law school is a side quest. And I was saying today, somebody asked me, like, why are you even going to take the bar? Why are you going to even become a full attorney if that's not what you want to do? And I was like, because I live by you can't do things 90%. You have to do things all the way. Yeah. And at that point, if you're not going to do it all the way, there's no point. And as much as I want to be like, yeah, no, I don't want to study for the hardest test in the country. Yeah, sure. I definitely want to take New York, which has the second hardest bar ever. But it's just got to... If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it all the way.
Well, that it makes you perfectly suited to be with somebody like a groundskeeper who, like, they actually can't get by without doing the 100%.
No, he's the biggest perfectionist I've ever met in my life.
I love it. Well, and just I think you match that ambition too. Like I don't think I've ever heard somebody say like law school is a side quest of mine. Like you have to be pretty ambitious in order to accomplish something like that. But it just goes to show that there are so many different alignments across industries where it's like you don't necessarily need somebody to understand your day to day in order to support you and champion you, because there is that alignment with like, hey, we're both working towards this goal or our individual goals, and that fuels us. All those good things.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about the month of July, I'm going to host a round of 32 game on July 5th, and then a World Cup final on July 19th, and then we have a concert that we're hosting on August 1st. And between all of that, she's studying for the bar all summer long.
Wild.
Bar test is the 28th and the 29th of July. Like you go 10 days apart to two of the biggest days of our lives. It's stressful thinking about it, but again, it's that, like you said, it's that support. It's not only the people in our lives, but it's also all the people here. And we talked about that a little bit last year, is having that support system elsewhere as well. And it's super nice to have.
Well, today one thing I heard somebody say is like work-life balance isn't achievable unless you're willing to tap in another person and say, I can't balance it all right now. Like looking to that counterpart or that person on your team that even if it's an afternoon where you can step away, where you can just say like have your guard down and be able to say like, no, I'm not balancing it right now. Like trying to keep up this facade that you've got it all like 50% or that you're like controlling it all under the surface is like a one-way ticket to not maintaining like a balance.
She looked at me just now because I know what she was thinking
this past week was the first week that like all of my things activated. Like all of my things were happening. I was teaching First Amendment law. I was teaching wills, trusts, and estates. I had 3 different babysitting jobs. It was just every single second was move.
Yes.
And I like called him on Wednesday night. I was like, I'm dropping every ball. Like there's too much going on. I don't know what to do. It's just, I don't know what to do. And he was like, nah, we'll figure it out. It's all good. Like this is what's going to happen. And we like broke it down and made sure that like I was saying like, I don't have time to do this. And we like found the time and then schedule. And sometimes just having that person to be like, hey, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like there's too much. I didn't think I had all of these things this week. And now all of a sudden I have all of these things this week. And can you just help me organize it? Because I'm overwhelmed by it. And that was really helpful to have somebody to be like, yeah, this is not this. You can handle this.
Yeah.
Like just
and if you can't, I can catch a lot of the balls.
Exactly. Like,
and having that safe person, obviously, in a partner or at home, whatever that may be, but also identifying those people at work as well, or on your crew, or whatever it may be, that you can say like, I don't need to give you my sob story on why I'm failing miserably, but giving them a look, or like they know when it's like, okay, they need me to take this off their shoulders or whatever.
Or it may even be just a random person you haven't talked to. Like I don't know if you were in Paula's talk earlier, but she said it's about collecting people.
Yes, yeah.
That you can build around, that you can utilize for different parts of your life to help you through things. So like obviously with her career change and everything else, she's done really well with handling that in the last year because she's had those collections of people that she can go to for those things. And I think that's important for us, is we have the law school pocket of people, we have the turf people, but we also have people that, we haven't maybe talked to for years, but you can pick up the phone and you can call them and that you'll be able to have a conversation with them because that they get it. Right. So like, it's just all those different pockets of people.
Yeah. And, one thing that resonated with me is like you were talking about all the World Cup games and the dates for those. But then like you, without missing a beat, were like, and also the law school is 20th and 29th. Like I'm just commending you for.
Did I get that right?
Hopefully you did, because I'm about to give you a compliment.
I was going to say I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure I had it right.
You did.
I did have it right.
Did.
I love it.
Yes.
But that shared brain space too, just like it could be. I can't imagine somebody, going through life with not having somebody else like no. Oh, okay, they've got this, and that. And I just was commending you that you had that. But also it's like bringing that person along with you, like in every aspect of it. Obviously not physical all the time, but, that sharing that mental load.
Yeah.
And, Abby McNeil, I recorded my first chat with her, like right before I became a mom. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if I'll be doing this in 3 months. Like, I'm probably going to quit and hang my bags up. I'll see you guys later. And she was a single mom to twins, and they were about to enter high school, and we recorded this chat. And she was like, my biggest advice is like bringing them along with you, whatever that means. If that's like physically bringing them with you sometime, or like sitting down and being like, this is what I dealt with today. And I think in a lot of ways, groundskeepers can share some of those really cool events, and I've seen that you've gotten to be on the field for some really cool, incredible things, but also like giving credit to that partner that may not know all the stem behind what you're doing, but like, hey, this is what I was up against this week or whatever, really bringing them into the fold with all that.
And because I think it's like important to have those people be a part of your everyday, you know, and like some of our colleagues, they may say, oh, I don't talk to my significant other at all about work.
Yeah.
And for some people that works, and that's great.
Their work-life balance. Like they have to have that hard boundary, and I can understand that too.
But like you also need to, I feel like it's nice to incorporate those people because then they understand you, and they understand like she sat in talks that I wasn't sitting in, and like so now she's seeing parts of the industry that I wasn't seeing today and this week, and like she's gonna meet people because she gets the whole trade show experience, and I won't be here, so like she gets to see all these different people that she's heard about on the phone, you know, talking about whatever. You got Jim Leish over here. He's setting up stuff in the Toro booth, and he's smiling,
all the wonderful sounds that we are picking up here on our mics.
Hi, Jim. See, he didn't even know I was over here talking about it. He's just focused. But,
I love it.
But no, but that's the thing is like you get all these people that you may have talked to on the phone that she's heard their voices of,
and now she gets
to see the face in person, you know, and like put faces to names. And we always joke when she goes, like she got to come to Madrid with us this year. Okay,
I was going to ask, what were some of the most incredible things that you've been brought along for?
But she was like, before, I'll let you think about it.
Okay.
But we always say that she needs an appendix of names.
Okay, yes,
To be able to put faces next to people, because I said Dave earlier, and she thought it was this Dave, and I was like, no, it's actually this Dave. And then there's a third Dave over here, and she's like,
I met another Dave today.
Yeah, exactly. How do you keep them all straight? So like, so yes, answer your question about your favorite.
Did you ever see Devil Wears Prada with Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway, and she's standing behind Meryl Streep?
Yes, and like, Stanley Tucci is like,
and she's like, oh, this is this person, and this is it with her little binder, and I'm like, Tyler, I need the binder.
Exactly.
Okay, so to answer your question, though.
Yeah, some of the most incredible events that you've been brought along for.
I mean, his first year working at the stadium was awesome because it was like Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, Beyonce. It was just a packed lineup.
Insane.
I mean, we got to go to the Ryder Cup this year. I got to go
Where was the Ryder Cup this year?
Bethpage in Long Island.
Very cool. I knew this. Okay.
I mean, that's not even an hour from where we live, so it was great. But Madrid was awesome because he was working insane hours, as groundskeepers do.
Yes.
But I got to just go and explore the city, and then I'd be like, I found this really cool thing today that I want to go show you, and we would go out at night, and it was great, and we got to extend that trip a couple of days, so we had this time together, and I really, really loved that trip.
It's those creative ways. You guys have clearly mastered that in some sense.
But I have to say that some of the things that I miss most about Tyler because we've been together over 3 years now, so like
that long,
like pre this crazy FIFA world and MetLife world and NFL and all these like really big names, is we would be able to go to a basketball game when he worked at Vanderbilt and just randomly be like, oh, game starts in 10 minutes, let's leave, and that was really cool to like be able to like see a team progress through a season. I've never had that opportunity before, really cool. I think that was really cool, and I enjoyed that. And I know that's on such a smaller level than when you want to say like, oh, I'm going to an international game, or I'm going here or there, but something about like watching something grow from so small is
and the
amazing.
University community is very cool. Like being a part of the collegiate community is that's why sports turf is so cool, is each sector of the industry, whether you're on the vendor side or Parks and Rec or high school or collegiate, or they all have their unique like communities ingrained in them. That's why sometimes it's like, I think maybe people would be rubbed the wrong way if it's like, it could come across as like an exclusive thing. If people are like, well, we're going to have just, high school groundskeepers, but they all come with like this unique set of challenges and accomplishments that you can share with one another. So
that's that legacy part we were talking about, right? Is it's for me, as we bring people in to help with the World Cup and other events, you could easily be exclusive and say, no, it's only going to be these people, but like, you want to try and bring in a well-rounded group of people. And I know you've had that experience with a lot of the women's Little League World Series that you've been on and the women's U.S. Opens and stuff. Like, it's about all walks of life. You get groups of all these different people, and it's just great to be a part of that group. And then everybody kind of welcomes that in. And for me, having those different pockets of people, like the NFL group has even gotten that way, where it's like they've accepted me in. Still, everybody works hard and everybody's doing it, but like now I'm a part of some of their like random stories that they talk about years later, right? Like we talked about our trip to Munich a couple 2 years ago. So like it's all about extending and building that I don't even know what you call it, that like those collections of people again, and having different pockets.
What is a good word for that? Because you mentioned it earlier with Paula saying an arsenal, a toolkit of different people. There's definitely a lot of creative ways to put that, but I definitely think like looking at them as like tools in all the different pockets of your life.
Weird to say that.
I know.
So I guess I like the collection.
Collection.
I like the collection.
Yes, a community. Why are we trying to overcomplicate it? Community is the word. Textbook definition. That is exactly what we're describing.
We're going to talk about communities of people, and that's it. Nothing else.
So one of the things that Tyler and I first I think our first question on the Groundskeeper chat used to be like, how do you get away from it all? What are the things you love to do? And so in the first 5 minutes of me ever recording with Tyler, I was like, this is my guy. He's
good at that.
Immediately, I was like, I seriously need to come. Like, I'm going to bring my husband, me, you, Alex. Like, we're going to go do an escape room. We're going to go to these concerts that we all align on.
Speaking of which,
there's one down the block.
Wait. Well, not that, but did you hear the news?
No.
Noah Khan.
MetLife?
No. New single out.
The Bugs.
No, The Great Divide.
The Great Divide.
Oh, The Great Divide. You guys, I heard The Great Divide in concert.
No.
He did a clip of it. So you're I knew that you guys were Noah Khan fans.
Tyler didn't know who Noah Khan was. And I don't know if you've heard this story, but on our first date. I
don't think she had. I don't think we've heard this.
On our first date, we were originally going to go out for dinner, and Tyler texted me. He's like, I'm just really nervous. And I was like, let's just go bowling. Let's go bowling and make it fun. Because as you see, I like to make things.
Groundskeeper's chat's not to be listened to. Please don't listen to this one. Turn it off now.
Goodness.
But we went bowling, and then we were like, let's go get ice cream afterwards. And for whatever reason, all the ice cream in Nashville was closed. We went to 4 different places.
Goodness.
And instead, I took his phone, which was connected to his truck, and I just queued up songs. I don't even know how many songs.
3 hours worth.
Goodness.
In case anybody was curious.
And I put Noah Khan on there, and he texted me the next day. He's like, I really like this artist. And for his birthday's in February. We met in October.
Yes. I have heard this part. Yes.
For his birthday, I surprised him. We went to go see Noah Khan in Chattanooga. Cool. Got an Airbnb, went kayaking in the middle of February, froze.
I love it. Okay, so what is your favorite? One of your, because I wanted to go back and find our text message, but that would be too complicated right now.
I'll do it while you guys chat. Don't worry.
Where he texted me on a random day in the middle of this, and he's like, "What are your thoughts on this song?" Alex and I were doing a deep dive, and I was like, "Oh, I don't really have." And then when I thought about it for 3 seconds, I typed out this paragraph of what I thought the song might mean, and he was like, "Wow, okay, yeah." But I think it was. What was it? Your Needs, My Needs? Oh, that's one of my favorites.
We definitely, that's our favorite road trip game is play a song and break it down real small.
Oh my gosh, that is a great,
there are certain artists that you can do with Noah Khan, or secretly Tyler's a really big Swiftie.
I love it. Secretly.
I don't think it's a secret. I think everybody knows.
but she's really fun to break down. Like even something as like poppy as Sabrina Carpenter, like you could break those lyrics down too.
That's an X-rated breakdown. Make sure there's kids in the room when you break down Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
But no, it was that conversation where I was like, okay, he's going to be fine. Like, he's clearly got hobbies. Like, there's sometimes when I ask that question and people are like, oh, like, almost everyone is like, I'm really bad about that. And then they'll, open up and start telling you what they do to decompress. But there are definitely some people that, like, they literally can't think of a single thing.
I've interviewed students this year for our internship spot, and I probably... you ask them that question and they're just like, well, I go to work and then I go to school and then I go home and I do more school. And I'm like, okay, so what do you do outside of school? And I almost have to like pull this question out of them.
Yeah, who are you?
Some of them can't answer it. And that's my thing is like, I like to obviously know people. When I run an interview, I don't run it like a normal interview.
Yeah.
I ask the random questions.
Yeah.
I ask, what volume do you leave your TV on?
Always an even number for me.
Right. And so
if it's off, like that will cause me anxiety, even though you can't see it displayed. I'm like, it needs to be on an even number.
Favorite numbers. Do you put your left sock on before your right? That was one that Alex added into the arsenal. So like, those are the things that like you want to know. Like at the end of the day, everybody knows where you want to. In 5 years, you want to have a better job. In 10 years, you want to have a better job with a family. Like it just grows and grows and grows. So like at the end of the day, I don't care about that. If I'm sitting there with you for a 14-hour day and I want to know what to talk to you about, I don't want to be sitting there in silence twiddling our thumbs for 14 hours.
Exactly.
Like I want to be able to talk to you and learn about. So those things are important.
Well, and especially with a crew that you are going to go through the trenches with.
Right.
Like that's a question I love to ask people are like, who are those groundskeepers, whether you've worked with them or they're just, one of those people in your community. Like that you would want to be in the trenches with. If you could like pick your group of people, like on your worst day or like on this huge challenge, like who are the people that you would want in the trenches with you?
Wow.
I'm going to make you come up with 3.
You're going to make me come up with 3?
Yeah. Like,
all right, so
who's next to you on your left?
I need to think about it.
Visualize it.
I need to think about it. So I'm going to pose you a question because you'll be able to answer it quicker while I think.
Cool.
I want to make sure I answer.
Nobody ever flips it on me. I'm just waiting over here. Come on.
Well, I need time to think. And this is, like, I don't want to get this wrong. Because
yes,
I think
I agree.
It's a very important question. Okay, so my interview question, my favorite one that I always do is your most recent concert, your favorite concert, and your favorite artist, genre, like whatever.
Oh, love this, Tyler. You've got 30 minutes to come up with your answer now.
Sorry, Chris.
My most recent concert was Mumford & Sons. I think it was
so jealous.
The 6th time I've seen them. And my brother and I, we always go together. My brother is my concert buddy because my husband can't do crowds. So, like, he ruins the vibe immediately. Great guy. He provides for the family, all those things. But that's definitely one of the things he's lacking. But, so we call it, like, mumping so hard.
I love that. Oh, my gosh. That's so fun.
We, like, dance as if we've just popped, like, 40 mollies and we're completely sober.
I love this.
And so that was my most recent. And that was back, I think, in October. And all my Mumford & Sons experiences have been with my brother. Shout out to my brother, Nate. He took me to my first on my 21st birthday. And it's been all the good. And I would say my favorite concert ever, I'm born like around Memorial Day weekend, so I always get to go to a killer concert on Memorial Day weekend. So I've seen Mumford & Sons on my birthday. I've seen Noah Kahn on my birthday. I've seen the Lumineers on my birthday. But do you want to know, I saw Camp. Do you know Camp? CAAMP?
Yes.
I saw them. It was the first concert post-COVID. And it was like something that that was one of those things that I was like, dude, after I'm done with this pregnancy and after the world goes back to normal, like I told my husband, I need to get to a concert. Like, and I think that was like maybe August 2022, I feel like was the first time where it was like no masks. You could go back to a concert. And it was at a super small venue. And I like that all-time favorite. And then the third part of that question, my favorite genre, I think,
song, or like one that you like. I asked somebody the other day. I said, if you have 6 minutes in the car, what song are you putting on to get you home?
Oh my goodness, that is such a good question.
Because like there's a song. Everybody has that song that they put on.
I think mine changes. I play a song till it's death. Like when I discover a new song, I will put it on. Right now, it's like a couple minutes by Olivia Dean.
Okay,
so like
he's on a big Olivia Dean kick right now.
She is like
he walks around the house going like baby steps. Like it's so funny.
So that's my pattern where like it's not always been the same song, but it's always like when I discover a song, I just play it till I kill it, and then I could almost not listen to it ever again.
Yeah.
And Hamilton, like the soundtrack from Hamilton, is definitely one of those like where I've killed every single song on that soundtrack. Like
Tyler
I'm even listening to like Farmers
I
Refute at certain points. Like that's like digging deep in the Hamilton archives.
I saw Hamilton so my background is in live sound.
Okay,
so that's
cool.
How I grew up. Like since I'm
look at you, you're
15.
I'm
like
multifaceted individual.
Friends all say like if anybody needs a side quest, like Alex has one for you. Like because it's just so that's where my background is.
Several
I started
different lives happening over
musical theater, and I like saw and like was an intern with like the Hamilton. Like
Aaron
pre, like it hadn't even hit anything, and I looked at my dad and I saw the thing and I said, Dad, this.
Did you see original cast?
Yes, I said this is going to blow up, and I said this in like, I don't even think I was little, and I was like, this is gonna blow up. Watch, this is gonna blow up. And he looked at me and goes, yeah, whatever.
And wow.
And then it blew up, and he called me. He's like, I just saw this, and I said, I told you so. So now whenever I'm like, this is gonna blow up, everybody listens because
they listen. I love it. Listen and learn, folks, here on the Groundskeeper chat. All right, Tyler, so back to your question now that things got off the rails a bit.
It's like SpongeBob. 30 minutes later. Just
literally, I do think it was like 5 minutes
but that's
we gave you.
We always say that we dedicate like a quarter of the time to grass and then 3/4 of the time to everything else.
Yes, yes. This episode is for the people. This is for
the people's episode.
This is like your 45 minutes of, hopefully if you have a 45-minute commute, you put this on to like debrief. This is maintaining work-life balance here.
All right, so we're saying
in the trenches.
In the trenches, you need to pick 3 people. And now, is this a professional? Like you want 3 professionals around you, or like
take
what?
It however you want. So who are those first 3 people that like? Okay, if I'm, and you can phrase it like in a negative sense, like trench, or it could be like we're in the trench of about to like climb the mountain and be what's the word I'm looking? Victorious.
Right.
It's tough. I think Weston used to phrase it as like a dinner, but I like trenches better.
Weston's always thinking about food, though.
Yes.
So, I mean, me too, but like, trenches. That's tough because my mind automatically goes professional, but I think in the one collection of people that would be to my left, it's obviously Alex, family, everybody, because those are the people that are going to support you away from it, right? So while you're in the trench, there's still people surrounding that trench, and they're the ones that may be the sides of it that are holding it up. They may be the bottom that, sometimes get walked on a little bit in the process of things getting done, but like, when you choose your person, those are the people that you want to have around you because they can help take that and help take some of that off.
Well, so then take it professionally. Who are those 3 grounds folks that you want in the trenches of like a Jets to Giants turnover? Like you've got both of them. You've got Sunday night football with the Giants, then you got Monday night football with the Jets.
And then you got a concert on Friday.
Yes. Who are the 3 grounds guys that you want?
Where's James? He's the one that gets
James
me through
Lavity?
that.
I love it.
Where's James? Come back over here.
A Groundskeeper chat shout out for James Lavity. We love nothing.
He never comes on. We got an extra mic this time.
Did you? Well, okay, so our OTF episodes aren't out yet, but we recorded at the Ohio Turfgrass Conference.
Yep.
And in every single episode, because James is like a celebrity at OTF. He's a big Ohio boy.
Yep.
And so in every episode, I did a plea where I was like, what are you going to do to get James on the podcast? Because this is ridiculous. He at the start of it all was the one who was providing people for my hot seat. Like he was providing the victims, and he's never allowed himself to put the headset on. So I love that. We're keeping that one. You can't change. James is one of them.
I was going to say for sure, like James and the support that we get, like from a professional standpoint, if you're using that as the example of our Jets to Giants changeover, it's definitely James because he's at the forefront.
What's he doing? Is he on the P-Rex?
Yeah,
or is,
he's P-Rexing for us.
I love it.
It allows me to focus on stenciling and getting painted. So we used to P-Rex and then stencil after, and we wouldn't start painting again until almost 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So being able to have James just go on the P-Rex is nice because now we can start painting at like 12:30.
Yep.
So we finish an end zone, and we're already painting that end zone right away. So it cut down our transition time a lot by having those people around us. So definitely in the trenches, I'd say James, he's a well-rounded guy, and he also helps bring some of that personability to it.
Yeah.
He's one person that will always ask about her.
Oh, I love
always
that.
ask about
Have
school.
you met James?
No.
That will be on the to-do list.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
No way! He
As
made
we
it.
live and breathe.
He made it.
His ears must have been ringing off the hook.
We got an open mic. You have to join us, James. This is the one chance. You're not going to see me tomorrow, so we have to do it now.
James, he literally just gave you the shout out of the century. I said
You literally did.
I said it's a Giants Sunday night football game. You have Monday night football the next day. Who's the guy you want in the trenches with you? And he said James Lavity. Look at that. And I said I spent an entire day at the OTF conference begging someone to come on the mic, and he won't do it. I'm not even trying. But James, you'll have to go back and listen to the first episode from the Fort Worth series around minute 38 and hear it from his words. It was the most beautiful shout out to our boy James Lavity. And a little handshake there.
Oh man. All right,
we'll get him one day, guys. We'll get him one day. He's our, what do they call it? What do they call that? What is the Odyssey?
I know what you're talking about.
The Odyssey?
Isn't like the guy from the Odyssey, like he has his Moby Dick, like has his whale that he's always after?
Odysseus?
I have one of those.
Okay, wait. Side note. Since you brought up the Odyssey, when I'm second date, I said,
I have
Tyler,
more time now to think about my
Tyler,
other
what's
two.
your other two? Yes. What's your truck's name? And he goes, it has no name. And I'm like Odysseus? And he said, like what? And I said, from the Odyssey? And he said, I don't even know what that is.
Well, apparently I didn't either because I just butchered it.
Basically, he runs around, he like kills the Cyclops, and he runs around and he's like, I have no name. So when the Cyclops asks, like, who blinded you? Who did it? He's like, no name did it. No one did it. So that's why his truck's name is Odysseus.
I love it. Okay, well, so what was the analogy I was going for? Like, James is what do they call it? It's like that big fish that like always escapes you, or like the thing that just is always, you're right there. You're almost, you're at the cusp of getting it, and then they just disappear.
If anybody knows, let us know in the comments.
Yes, please. Drop it in the comments. I thought it was Moby Dick related, but maybe not. Our white whale, that's what's coming to mind. Hold on. I'm going to chat GPT.
I was going to say, I'm going to think of it at like 3 a.m. and be like,
what
Tyler, text Meg.
The white whale refer to? Let's see how good chat is. Oh, did I
That was weird.
That was
weird. I was really like, oh no.
Scary.
Search Moby
Okay,
Dick
yes,
on-
it's an all-consuming obsession or goal that someone relentlessly pursues, often to their own detriment. The meaning comes from the novel Moby Dick.
So he's the white whale.
The white whale, Moby Dick, is the giant whale that Captain Ahab hunts. So James Lavity is my white whale.
I feel like next time he comes to the stadium, I'm going to have to get him like a hat with a white whale on
Seriously.
it or something.
He's going to just be like, he's like, I did not sign up for this narrative. So I was there, but it really ultimately, I just gave you a few more minutes to tell us who are your other two.
I got so much
You
time
have
now.
no excuse. Rapid fire. Let's go.
All right, so the person that I'm going to say is never going to listen to this, but I have to give him the credit because, and people that may be listening may know him, so like it's important for me. So Dennis Griffin is our labor foreman. He's been on site for 40 years.
I love it.
So he started at the Izod Center when the Devils and the Nets were playing there. So he's done everything from managing ice to basketball court conversions. He was the Giants practice field guy, and now he's at the stadium full time. So he's seen, like I shouted him out this morning. So it's, again, that 1994 World Cup, he was a part of that. He gets to see it again.
I love it.
He plays an integral role in everything that we do. So like, if I need one person, it's going to be him, because if we're working 60 hours straight, which I've done with him, at hour 60, he's just as good as he was at hour 1.
Wow.
And I don't know how he does it.
I don't know how he does it.
It takes a special kind of folk.
He, no doubt, is somebody that anybody would want to have in their corner because he's gonna fight and he's gonna make it happen. And as long as you take care of him and his group of guys that are with him, which is kind of in that collection as well, that pot too.
That community.
That community. I like the collector's idea. Like, I want like collector's cards.
We'll let you have it. We'll let you have it for the sake of the conversation.
But so Dennis Griffin and his group, like for anybody that knows him, they understand why he's in that group.
Yeah.
And he's second to family and friends because he's number 1 professionally as well.
I love it.
Number 3, wow.
He needs another 10 minutes.
No. I think it's anybody from the past, right? And I think anybody that has had good mentors in the past, shout out to what SFMA is trying to do with their mentorship program as well. Like, they're trying to build that up as anybody that's been a mentor for me. Like, when I was at Virginia Tech, a lot of our stuff and a lot of my boss's work was related to landscaping and how to improve landscaping. So for me, coming to New York, everybody calls it the concrete jungle. Yeah. And it's always about I've always said trying to brighten things up, right? So I kind of bounce ideas off of them for that kind of stuff. Or I talk to some of our other folks that I've worked with in the past. And it's also just like some past coaches too. Like, so for the World Cup, we're bringing in one of our soccer coaches that I've worked for a couple matches, and he's like, this is so cool for me, right?
Yeah.
And like, it's those people that'll help you get through things, because like when I was at Vanderbilt, we talked to the lacrosse coach when we were there.
Yes, yeah.
Even her, I still talk to her. Like,
I love it.
Not very often, not as often as it was when I was working there, but it's still like, they're Giants fans, so it's easy. It's an easy conversation. We can BS about the random things that the Giants, are doing at this time of year. So, who do you? I don't know if I want to ask you who you think my 3 would be, or if it was what you expect. How about this? Don't name people, but tell me if it was what you expected.
I think. I hope this doesn't come out the incorrect way, but I was really proud of you for mentioning Dennis, because I feel like when you came into the stadium, it's really hard to come into a stadium when somebody has been there for so long and so set in their ways and how they like to do things. And you brought in painting, which is something that they haven't really done in a long time. And it was different, and it was just different. And there was a learning curve. And
what did they used to do? Like sew-ins?
The end zones used to be completely removable. Okay. So they would roll them up or palletize it, the turf pieces, and then sometimes they would paint. So when they would paint, they would use rollers, like they're painting a wall.
Yes, yeah.
And it just wasn't the most efficient way. So
it's just like a different way. Like it was a learning curve, and I give him a lot of credit for like acknowledging that he couldn't do what he does without him, even though like they might not have always been like 100% eye to eye, but like I feel like both of them have grown a lot from working with each other. So I appreciated that he said that.
Somebody's jamming.
I love the jams right now. Like I said, you don't have to name names. I was just more like, is that what you would expect? Or would it be like very similar for you to have like that same pods of people,
I feel like I'm different because at the end, when I don't have mentorship the same way you have had mentorship. Like I haven't had that privilege to have somebody be like, oh, you're mine, I'm taking you under my wing. I've kind of, because I've gone with the flow so much in life, and like I've moved. Since I'm 6, I've pretty much moved every year, like us living together. So we've been living in this apartment for 2.5 years now. And it's the longest I've ever lived in a house.
Crazy. That is absolutely wild.
But I feel like my people would be more like, I always say that my family is not like my blood family. It's the people that I've chosen to be in my life. So my people would be like, even when I have a problem at a work thing, I'm like calling like my friend. I'm hey, can I just bounce this idea off you? Can I bounce this idea off this person? But for you, I guess I would have thought that you would have leaned more on your friends. Like,
let's analyze that.
But
because all of his friends are turf guys.
Yes.
So we go out to dinner with any of his friends, and they're like, yeah, I'm going to this stadium, I'm going to that stadium, I'm going to see this person. I'm like, I don't know who any of those people are.
But I think for me, a lot of it is like those friends are good.
Yeah.
But it's the people that like, it's again, those ones that you can pick up the phone with. You can just talk to them on a no, you know.
I'd pick this guy in my trench.
MVP
that would be my number one trench pick.
That's not saying that the people that you picked were bad.
But I think it's a good point.
And I understand where you're coming from now that you said that. Like, because I totally get that. Because I guess if I, like, actually deeply was in trouble, I'd probably call, like, one of the teachers I'm teaching under, like Professor Crawford. I see her like 8 hours on Wednesdays. I'm like, she's sick of my face.
Yeah.
Like also one of your best friends you could not talk to for 6, 7, 8 months.
Oh my God,
and you could pick the phone up and you could just call. Like those are the people you want.
It's the
those are the important ones.
When you're in the trench, it's like, it can't be, we can't be delicate about each other's feelings. This is like, we've got one task at hand, and I need to know that you've got me.
Right.
Even if I turn around and say, what the, you know what I mean? Like, that by the next, when the next trench comes.
Why I would have, like, my best friend, we won't talk to each other for literally 8 months, and I'll call her and be like, hi, I have a problem, can you fix it?
Yes.
And she'll be like, blah, 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 whatever she says. And she's like, I got it, though. Hangs up, and then we talk the next day. I'm like, great, thank you for doing that.
Yes. Like, well, I will say my boss, Chris Fell, who is going to be co-hosting all the episodes for the next 2 days, he would probably be my number one trench pick, because I have found, after working with him for 7 years, I call him about the things outside of work more now, where I'm like, okay, this shitstorm just fell on my plate. I need you, since you handle all my work problems, I now need your advice on this end as well. But it is funny that, like we have said so many times in today's episode, we collect those people along the way, and they become part of that toolkit, that community that we all need.
All right, Meg, before we close it out, what segment we forgot?
What's behind your headphones?
What's behind the headphones, right? We need like a cool jingle. You got one of those buttons that could be our jingle for it?
This is, I'm going to pick a random button on here. Let's see what the jingle is. This is now the official Groundskeeper chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I was going with. This is the official Groundskeeper chat. What's behind the headphones jingle?
Nothing. I don't think anything's programmed on that one.
5. Okay.
Number 1.
What's behind?
Nothing. Those buttons
are not working. Oh, no. Here, guys. What's behind the headphones? There we go.
I like that.
that works out. It was a little bit like the Pixar Cars movie.
All right, so let's try it again. All right, so Meg, we're going to end the episode now with what's behind the microphone.
What's behind the microphone? What's behind Alex's headphones? Here's our official segment. The goalies can't hear it, but we're rocking over here.
I thought everybody else could hear, so it's a lot.
Right,
that's
Alex.
A lot more awkward that they're just sitting here in silence.
So that's our final question for you. What is behind the headphones?
Like, what am I listening to?
What are you currently listening to?
So we always bring it up. It's always our segment with anybody that I've done. And we talk about audiobooks, we talk about podcasts. Obviously, Groundskeeper Chat's always up there for everybody.
Of course.
Music, TV, whatever it is, anything.
What's that thing that you're white whale right now?
Okay. Music-wise, I'm on a Kelsey Ballerini kick.
Okay.
I love her.
R.I.P. Dibs.
R.I.P.
Ouch. Yes.
Kelsey, if you're listening, R.I.P. Dibs. We're mourning with you.
Goodness. Audiobooks. So Tyler and I read ACOTAR together, so I'm trying to get through that one.
It's a tough one.
Yeah,
but the problem is he falls asleep as we're reading.
Nice. Very nice.
I just finished a hockey romance. I don't know if I could say that.
No, she can't. No, this was the...
What was that called? Heated Rivalry?
Oh, I read that one.
Okay.
It's okay. We get a PG rating on this, the podcast, so we're okay.
Yes. We talked about Fourth Wing on here before.
So yeah, that...
The one I just finished was called The Penalty Box.
Okay.
By Odette Stone. That was really good. I liked that one.
I like that.
I'm obsessed with Hoopla. Like, Hoopla is my favorite thing.
What is Hoopla?
Okay, so I am a really big proponent of public libraries. So Hoopla is the
Hoopla
digital
is the one,
version.
yes.
So there's Libby and Hoopla.
Yes, I use Libby.
See, I can never get my books on Libby. There's always like a waiting period.
It is a huge waiting list, yes.
I read Storm the Castle.
Okay.
Which is also very good. That's like a Scottish Highlands, like, it's a brewery, but they're about to sell the castle, and this girl comes in and fixes it, basically.
Of course, a little fixer-upper.
Yeah.
You only get one more. What's your last one?
Oh.
Hot seat. It's normally me, so I get to have fun.
That was my final question, Tyler. When is the ring coming?
No.
Okay. So, all
and
right, hold on. So this is the thing: is in law school, if you get engaged or married during law school, your partner owns a portion of your degree.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
So my thing was always that, yes, as much as I would love to marry him, I need my degree signed, sealed, delivered, hanging on the wall before we could talk about that, because
look at, she's setting the record straight.
I worked really hard
I was going to say, I'm off
for
the
that
hook
degree.
now. Everybody hears that now, right? I'm off the hook.
I love it.
I graduated in May.
Wow.
So I don't really know how off the hook you are.
Goodness. Well, let me tell you guys, I came to this chat and I was on my last leg. I told somebody, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do the next couple. But you guys just revitalized me.
What's behind your headphones, Meg?
Behind my headphones at the moment.
Other than my voice in your ear.
A constant in my life is the Toast podcast. They're New York girlies. And it's just like 5 fast stories that you need to know for the day, but they're all pop culture.
Oh, I kind of like that.
So it's not serious. It's all the things because if I listened to the 5 top news stories every day, I think we all know where I may end up. But it's 5 top pop culture silly stories of the day, and it's supposed to be like, oh, if you go into the office and someone's in a bad mood, here's your talking point, something to bring it light.
Oh, I love that.
And you guys should give it a shot. Maybe probably too girly swirly for Tyler, but you would like it, Alex.
Tyler is like a little girly swirly. Okay, let me rephrase. I have taught Tyler to braid my hair, to paint my nails. We're good.
You're just efficient.
He's efficient. He can listen and have a good 5-story day.
I love it.
Top 3 artists right now: Olivia Dean, Noah Kahan, and Ella Langley. Those are my 3. That's what's behind the headphones.
Well, the Goalies now have their entire episode to know that this is the question coming for you, so be prepared. You know that Tyler will hit you with that one.
Every time.
So as I mentioned, our next guests have arrived. But Alex, thank you so much for
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
Good. You're welcome back literally anytime. I think next year, me and you just co-host.
I'm so down.
We ditch that extra baggage over there.
That's awful.
Wow.
I mean, I'm doing more than he is this time.
You're going to go far, kid.
That one really, that definitely burned him. Goodness.
Wow.
Well, thank you everyone for listening. We'll be back soon.